So I just wanted to hop on here for a bit and talk about the current state of Clash of Clans, because it all started when I saw this clip on Instagram where a person was basically making jokes or talking about how Clash of Clans used to be.
Thank you for playing our game for the last 12 minutes. You unfortunately have done all you can right now. The next time you can train your army is going to be tomorrow, and your buildings will be done in about 2 weeks. So we'll see you then.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, but that really made me realize how much the game has really changed over the course of these years. And I don't know if it was for the better. Like, as you saw in that clip, the game used to be, well, you hop on, do a few attacks, get your loot, then you do your upgrades, and then you probably hop off, for a few days and come back. But now the game is filled with so many events, gold pass, just micro tasks that you have to do to stay up to date with the game that I've seen so many people burn out in just the past few months alone, me included. I'm gonna be honest, I'm as someone who creates Clash of Clans content, and I enjoy making Clash of Clans videos. Playing the game outside of that, playing the Clash of Clans on its own, to be honest, I'm burnt out from it right now. And it's because every single update with this game revolves around some new feature or mechanic that you have to grind for to maintain your current progress and to be caught up. Whether that's the new Gold Pass rework or the new hero that just came out. You're gonna be grinding to max out the new hero. Every single event once a month, it's so repetitive, the events, but you have to do it, right? You have to get those medals so you can get the new equipment, so you don't have to pay however many gems that you have to pay. I think it's 1,500 gems if you don't get the equipment. So it's just this constant rat race, I guess you could call it, where you keep playing the game, you keep farming just so you can stay in the loop, and so you can stay maxed, or if you're not maxed yet, you can catch up to the max town hall. But it's just become too much of a task, and it's gotten to the point where it doesn't even feel like a game anymore, at least for me and a lot of other people that I've talked to in the Clash of Clans community, and it just feels more like a chore. And that's what brings me to why I decided to make this video. It's that the other day, Clash of Clans, on the official Clash of Clans account, made a tweet about how they released the Archer Queen foot bundle decorations. And this tweet absolutely blew up. I mean, I saw One Pixel, not associated with the Clash of Clans community at all, if you don't know him, massive streamer. I saw One Pixel actually react to this tweet and even watch a Terminator video.
What am I looking at right now, guys? Literally, what am I actually looking at, bro? This actually is the most craziest thing.
I would have never thought that One Pixel and Terminator in the same video. I never thought that would have happened. It's insane. But anyways, this situation has just been blown into just out of proportions. And, you might be thinking, how does this have to do with the current state of Clash of Clans? How does them releasing a foot decoration bundle have to do with why I think Clash of Clans is heading in a negative direction? And for me, when they released that Archer Queen foot decoration bundle, that's still crazy to say, by the way, it really made me realize the direction that the game is taking and what the game's priorities are. And I think the game has lost a lot of its identity. I can go in the direction of, how I don't think it's right that this decoration is in the game and they're promoting it this way anyways. There's kids playing the game and they're going to be seeing this, just to please some people's foot fetishes, foot fetishes. But what really annoyed me about this update is that they're prioritizing a quick money grab over actually improving the quality of the game. And that might not sound like a big deal at first. You might say Supercell's just trying to get that money. But it really reminded me of the current Clash Royale situation, where Clash Royale right now is absolutely in the slumps, you know. Jinxie leaving didn't help it as well, but Clash Royale had a huge problem where they just didn't listen to the players. They made everything about microtransactions, about prioritizing, you know, cheap money grabs, making heroes OP. And now the player count, if I can find it, I'll put like an image or something here, but it's just rapidly declining. I think it's been lower than it has in a long time. It's just that I'm starting to notice the same patterns that happened with Clash Royale before it had its downfall. It's slowly starting to show with Clash of Clans now. And I think Clash of Clans is in a very critical state where they need to do something, where they need to change their focus away from very repetitive events, just spamming, you know, releasing decorations, skins, and all these very grind-heavy events to create a fear of missing out. They're in a very critical stage right now before players really start to burn out. This might be anecdotal, but I'm already seeing it so much just in the past few months. You know, I stream Clash of Clans. A lot of my viewers have left the game literally in just the past 4 months, the past few months. You know, you could also say it's because of the meta right now, which, you know, that's another conversation on its own. But I really think that the number one leading factor is burnout. And, you know, I've even talked with content creators, I'm not going to say who, but they've been experiencing the same thing as well. So it's just really not in a great place right now. So I don't usually like leaving a video completely negative. I like adding something, you know, positive to the end. So after thinking for a while, I thought of a way that they could possibly save the game and keep a lot of players invested into the game. And avoid the problem of burnout. And it's just one simple thing, and that is to add more game modes that aren't related to progression or grinding at all. Because the problem is, we get a lot of events, we get a lot of challenges, but the problem with that is that they're all linked to home village attacking. And when you attack in the home village a lot, you just get absolutely sick of it. I'm gonna be honest. It gets so repetitive. You know, you're just attacking for the point of attacking, for the point of grinding, and you get sick of it. And I think what a lot of players really want, even if they don't realize it, is just a fresh breath of air. So what do I mean by custom game modes that aren't related to grinding at all? Well, take for example, Brawl Stars. This was years ago, I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have a, custom map maker where you can build your own map in Brawl Stars, and you can share it and other people can play it. You can do something like that for Clash of Clans, where you can make custom bases that wouldn't be possible in normal home village. You can share it as like a challenge or something for people to do. And it can just be the attacks in that can be completely different to the home village attacks that you normally do. And, you know, it's community based as well. So I think it would build a lot of community engagement and it would be a lot of fun. Another thing I was thinking of is just reworking the single player mode. I think the single player game mode has so much untapped potential and is very outdated right now, and barely anyone talks about it. Not a lot of people think about it, but I really think they could do a lot of things to really revive the single player mode and come up with innovative ways to make interesting attacks for the single player mode. This is another example, kind of out there, but Plants vs. Zombies, it's an old game, but if you played the game, you would know that they had the normal story progression, and then they also had completely unrelated mini games or like side things that you could do, and it really expanded the Plants vs. Zombies universe. And I mean, back when I played it, at least, I just remember those mini games being very enjoyable. And I think a lot of people shared the same thing. And it just kept people playing Plants vs. Zombies for so much longer, you know, after they completed the main game. So if Clash of Clans just did anything like that, you know, just a completely different game mode that wasn't related to the home village, that didn't have the traditional attacking system, because they did it with Builder Base, but it was too similar to the home base where it didn't feel new enough, I guess. Like it was I remember when Builder Base came out, it was really good. It was really popular for the first few weeks, maybe even the first few months. But after that, you know, people got sick of it because once again, it just felt like a grind. It felt too identical to the home base and people kind of gave up on it. And, you know, now the only reason why people do Builder Base is to get the 6th builder. Yeah, and once again, Clan Capital is the same thing. It is technically a new game mode, but the attacking it's just way, the attacking is way, it just feels like a reskin of the home village, just with slightly different troops, and you know, your clan works on it instead. But yeah, well, that gave me another idea, you know, making a new clan related game mode that doesn't have to do with grinding, because you know, we've had those clan events recently where your clans do, well, you're starting to notice the theme here, home attacks to get points, so then you can get chests, and the main prize is the decoration. But once again, the problem is, one is too identical to the regular home village attacks, and two, it's a grind. Once again, it's too much of a grind, and that all leads to, I mean, I've repeated it a lot now, burnout. Player burnout. People get tired of the same repetitive cycle and they end up quitting or, you know, taking a long break from the game, and I think that's going to become a big problem. Because, like, yes, monetarily, Clash of Clans, Supercell, they might be doing good right now. Like, once again, the Archer Queen foot decoration blew up, right? But, you know, that's very short-term profit. Once that bundle runs out, you know, I think over time people will slowly stop buying bundles and those deals and the event passes, gold passes, if they don't do something new, because eventually people will burn out and stop caring about being caught up and they will move on. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about. I hope that you guys got something out of this. I usually really don't like complaining like this because Clash of Clans, you know, it's been honestly like a big part of my life for a really long time. I started playing a long time ago. I really enjoy making videos on it, so I just needed to, I don't know, get this out somewhere, even if it's on like a second channel like this, and just talk about it, just to get it out there. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.